when we're about to go live, just undo it and start the cast, and I'll just unmute and be there in time.
Fire! Fire! You and me, hoss. Sentry, go down, up, damn it, cut the blue that gear. This thing ain't on an autopilot, damn it, cut the blue that gear. Hold it down, don't touch that sentry, damn it, cut the blue that gear. That's why I ain't on our gear. Get down, damn it, cut the blue that gear. Sentry, go down, up, damn it, cut the blue that gear. This thing ain't on an autopilot. gear. Riverside ain't on our gear. Get down, get down, damn it, cut the move to that gear. Get down, get down, damn it, cut the move to that gear. Get down, get down, damn it, cut the move to that gear. Get down, get down, damn it, cut the move to that gear. Centric, go down, damn it, cut the move to that gear.
Good afternoon and welcome to another CaberCam cast. With me today streaming, I have myself on camera and commentating for you folks, and with me I have Alex.
Sorry about that. Hello, everybody.
Alright, today we have two teams. It's the second round in the playoffs. We have Just Kidding, which is in blue today it looks like. But they're both on both teams, so I'm not too sure. Versus the Flying Dutchman in red, I would expect, but I'm not too sure at this current moment in time. Last week we did stream Just Kidding, and we will follow them all the way through their playoffs this year, no matter how far or how short they may be. Hopefully they shall be very lengthy, but we are definitely looking for a good game for either team playing tonight. If you are sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right, if you are unfamiliar with the 9v9 format, there is one of each class in TF2. So in this case, there is one sniper, one spy, one heavy, one medic, one soldier, one demo man, one pyro, and a lot of, I think, what did I miss? I missed something. Sorry for whatever classmates I missed. Medic, sniper, spy, pyro, heavy, scout, soldier, demo man. I'm missing one, again. An engineer. Sorry, engineer. Yeah, so they each have very class roles. So the scout, usually does the flanks along with the soldier. Then the pyro sticks with the combo to protect the combo, might float around a bit, get some nice damage up, light people on fire, always a good thing. Then on the more defensive classes, we have demo man, engineer, and heavy. Heavies usually sticks with the medic. You might see some roaming heavy today, but probably unlikely. But if the medic goes down, the heavy will definitely just stay there until he dies, just giving that damage out. As well as our Engie, who might use some level 3s on last. But most of the time, I will be expecting a lot of mini sentries today on this 9v9 game. I did get some server disconnect, unfortunately, so I will switch back to the other. Oh, I'm back in the game. Well, hopefully the server doesn't go die today on us.
It's been working fine for me so far, so it might just be you.
Oh, well, it did only pause for a minute, so hopefully it is not just me. But it will be a close game today.
Yeah, I believe the current scores are 6-3, and I think it's 7-2. I'm gonna have to actually double check that. Hold on.
All right, well, as it is the playoffs, it is elimination, as I think I previously stated. So as a result, these teams, whoever loses will not be moving on in the playoffs, and whoever wins, of course, will. So so there definitely is the end-all be-all. The whole year has been up to this point, and hopefully they are ready and they're prepared, especially on this Gully Wash, which is a very common and popular sixes map, but not as much so for Highlander.
Yeah, this is a generally 5 CP isn't usually a Highlander thing. Although I mean it's used often. That's more the focus of sixes. Usually Highlander sees a lot of payload and a lot of not capture the flag, King of the Hill maps as well. But they do occasionally see 5s or 5 point, and this is one of those maps.
Definitely.
So I ran a double check of the numbers. It is Just Kidding 6-3. That is wins and losses, And Flying Dutchman is 5-4 right now in UGC Gold.
Oh, wow. All right.
So today should be a very close match.
Yes, do you know how many games are left? Is this the semifinals or the quarterfinals?
There are currently 8 teams playing right now
this
in
is
Gold.
the quarterfinals.
So these are the quarterfinals, yeah. I can't... No. Unless Silver plays more rounds than 1 each time, this is not quite there. Let me see how many weeks we have left. This is playoff. No, this is quarter. I'm not really sure. Maybe those are for the double elimination leagues. But this is the quarterfinals today.
All right.
8 teams enter, only 4 shall survive.
This is all true. Has some taunting going on in game. Just switch the screen for a minute. Sorry about that. To just change some settings around.
We are currently 9 players in, so we're waiting for another 9. Players from both teams are representing them, so hopefully they'll get in here pretty soon.
Yes, it definitely looks quite dominated by Just Kidding, though. So we shall see soon. Hopefully everyone has their mains here today, because today is definitely the day for bringing your A game, as it may as well be the last game of the season, or the beginning of the end.
Yeah, these are the single elimination areas now, so if you lose here, you're pretty much out. Looks like in traditional Team Fortress 2 tradition, we're having a very delayed start here. Players are now joining up, though. We still have 9, but another 2 have just joined. 3 have just joined. 4 have just joined. 5, I'm not even going to bother.
Yep. Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Right now it is 7-on-4, so it will be interesting.
I believe
how this
Fruit Loop
pregame-
is for Just Kidding, so they
Pregame
are
goes.
getting on fairly even teams now, except for the demo, who's currently for Just Kidding on blue instead. So considering the teams, it looks like Just Kidding might be playing red. Not really any difference between the two on a symmetrical map like this, but
It does look that way. I noticed that a little bit earlier, but I wasn't too sure. But in any case, it is a mirrored map, and it is 5CP. So we did go over what the objective is, or maybe we didn't, but I'll reiterate. The objective of 5CP is to cap each point, and each point takes a few seconds to cap. Midpoint takes about 16 seconds. Second, or the second last point, takes about 12 seconds, and last point takes only a couple seconds with a scout on it, 4 seconds max. So, as you can tell, each point is harder to push into through various flanks and whatnot. But all in all, it does make for a interesting game, I would assume, or else you shouldn't be watching because it isn't your thing.
yeah, exactly. I should note that all those time captures, or all those capture times, are dependent on how many people are on the point. So, if your team almost entirely wipes or capping a point, it's going to take a little while.
Yes, that is true, unfortunately, which is a very big reality in these sorts of games. Currently, we are 8-on-8, so we're just missing a few different people, 1 for each, I would assume. Unlike last game, or at least last Highlander game we've streamed, they are no team switching. They're very serious compared to last week. It looks like it will be a close game.
Yeah, both teams just messing around for now, but as soon as that bell rings, they are going to bring their A game.
Well, you would hope so, at least.
Well, yeah, I sure hope so. I would be very surprised if nobody brings their A game tonight. We do now have 9 in for Just Kidding, so now we're just waiting on Dutchman's last player. I'd say at this point, we could probably go over the... No, never mind. Actually, it looks like we have 4 spies on. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Though it appears Dutchman does have their lineup there, for the most part.
Well, that's okay. I'm just going to change some volumes around here.
Also interesting to note is that it appears Just Kidding, this is their server, their home server today, has slightly modified their UGC config.
Ooh,
Their source
which
TV
way?
bot is named STV, not Source TV. So, you know, clearly that means they're going to be disqualified for cheating.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the reason. No, in all seriousness, there are all sort of crazy STV names I've seen so far.
Yeah.
This is one of the lesser ones, but it is definitely a good thing to note.
So it looks like we do have all 9 players here now, so...
It does look that way, but they're definitely off-classing, at least for Just Kidding. On the Flying Dutchman, though, we have Destruction on Soldier, OMFG Assassin on Spy, Sean NF dot something or other on Heavy, GSX Mitsu on Sniper, Sith Rice, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, on Medic, Money on Demo, Game Master on NG, Stafford's Bees on Scout, and the Bubble Bowl on Pyro.
His name might be Llama, though. I'm not quite sure.
Llama.
It does look like a
Bubble
link
Bowl.
that he's trying to promote.
I'm not too sure. Oh, that is
Either way,
true.
he's on Pyro.
Regardless, we have them just sitting in spawn. A lot of people are just idling in spawn, doing absolutely nothing, but that's okay. One demo night versus the world.
Who shall win? That really is versus... Oh, there's this one Pyro versus the world. He's just sitting in their main. And nobody's really paying him any mind. Oh, wait. Oh, a spy has found him. And is just staring him down. And then goes for the backstab. Very nice backstab. But it looks like, oh, the same gets mirrored, and the red spike does get the backstab on the blue Pyro as well. So that's a Pyro exchange right there.
So much
Which, you know,
enthusiasm.
turns the point. Oh man, it's getting heated here.
Hidden in this
I am
pre-game
hearing
tryhards,
messages,
man.
though.
All right, yeah, it looks like they are changing their games to their legitimate names.
Oh my god, it's Germavid. I'm missing it. I'm sorry, Luke. I'm gonna have to pause this and come back to this later. There's a Germavid to watch. Actually, there is a Germavid to watch. Damn, I'll have to watch that afterward.
In any case, it looks like we will start shortly, as I think I heard a ready up sound. I'm not too sure. Unfortunately, as STV spectators, we can't tell.
Yeah, that is definitely something Valve can improve.
Well,
Or
Valve-
Lange could bother Valve to
Yeah.
improve.
Anyway, Sithra's name, actually no, that's Sithra's. I don't know, I know Just Kidding's regular medic is named. Oh, here we go.
And here we do.
Alright, so let's watch this demo rollout here. JK Assassin on the demo. Let's see how fast he can do it. And he's doing the standard choke rollout, definitely getting lit. A little bit more than he needs to be, but definitely doing a great job putting that pressure out.
Looks like both teams do roll in here pretty packed together. They're not really wanting to spread out much. Angie Wrangle's definitely going down, just focusing down that choke, making the heavy fall back. It seems though that Angie is going to get taken down pretty quickly by that scout.
Yeah, we'd only
And
have...
the med pick does happen by that soldier. A beautiful, beautiful bomb.
Yeah, a great
And it looks
push by Just Kidding right off the bat, but it looks like I'm so sorry.
Flying Dutchman.
The Flying Dutchman were able to simply navigate around it and move on. It already only looks like that they're just going to set up on this last point to defend and hopefully push back out.
Yeah, that second cap's a lot faster than mid. Very nice heavy picker by Just Kidding by Mason, but no, it looks like he actually got away cleanly.
Money does go down, and Blue, the Flying Dutchman, does have their Uber. It doesn't look like he wants to pop it, though, too early. He is quite lit, though, and he's getting out.
Yeah, he does get the health back, and as long as that spy gets taken down, looks like he'll be able to get away from here safely. That spy being very aggressive and trying to sneak by does fall back. Looks like Just Kidding is going to be able to take their second here and push back into mid.
Mario doing a good job holding that last, ensuring there's no back caps. Definitely an NG's job should do. And let's see, it looks like, ooh, the sniper pick by Mitsu for the Flying Dutchman on Starafala, who looked like he was about to go for a nice bomb in as the soldier.
Yeah, a lot of just Wrangler stance here, but everybody's falling back, it looks like, to second. And I assume once they have their Uber, which they do now have, they're going to push in here pretty strongly.
They do have the advantage, and the Uber is popped. And let's see if they can do anything with this Uber, because it looks like it's a little bit of an ineffective push at the moment.
It wasn't. It was a fairly effective Uber, actually. It did make the Flying Dutchman entirely fall back there. But it looks like they have people capping second, and if they don't, and they do get taken down. If they did not get taken down, they would actually have gotten that faster than first. Looks like a lone heavy trying to cap here on mid. Thankfully, his team does come to back him up, and the spy almost gets him, but does get taken down.
For the second time, Boone got picked right off the bat, and I think that's what let the Flying Dutchman get this midpoint right off the bat. Unfortunately, Just Kidding did fall back out of choke, and the Flying Dutchman will just push right back in and try to get this midpoint.
Oh no, this heavy's lit. He pulled out his girls running urgently, and because of that, it looks like they're going to have to fall back. Oh, Spy does go for a pick on the med. Gets taken down, though, while trying to stab the heavy instead.
Yes, it looks like
Flying Dutchman is just going to push in here.
Looks like it is a very back-and-forth game today. Definitely more so than previous. Oh, the sticks! And the Uber is not forced, but is popped, and they are pushing it on the second point. With the Uber, unfortunately, because it is quite ineffective to Uber on the second point, as history has shown. And it looks like Just Kidding will push in with that Uber advantage of 70%.
Yeah, it looks like the NG is just laying down a sentry and wrangling it to just hold it so that everybody on his team can fall back. His telly does go down. No sneak cap's going to happen today. And it looks like Just Kidding is just going to push in here on mid, and they might just roll in here with their Uber that they do now have. They know Flying Dutchman doesn't have an Uber, and they take advantage of that, popping on the demo, throwing down a bunch of stickies, pushing that heavy back. I don't think... Yes, he did get the heavy, and I think Flying Dutchman just needs to pull back here and just fortify on last.
Oh, it looks like there was a pause, but definitely a very strong push by Just Kidding at the moment. Getting the Flying Dutchman pushed all the way back.
It looks like Just Kidding's heavy might be the reason they're pausing. He does have a ping of 120, but that's not that big of a thing to pause for, so there must be something else going on that we don't know about.
Yeah, you can see these crazy rocket jumps. He's bombing the medic right now. You can see the nice rocket going, and it looks like aimbot healer or nursery. I'm not sure if it actually is aimbot healer, but I know their regular med is named nursery, so I'm going to assume it is nursery.
It actually is aimbot.
It's a guy on the roster? Okay, well then, his sub, aimbot healer, is going, and it looks like the pause is over, and they were able to get that Soli who was bombing.
He beautifully jumped over those rockets, took some damage from all of them, but the soldier did get taken down, and the med does survive, which is going to allow them to push in here, though they don't have an Uber whatsoever.
They don't, not at all.
And Flying Dutchman pops on point. Oh, we need to reload HUDs.
Oh, crap, yeah, here we go. There we go, now it's loading. Yeah, very solid push, or a counter push, by the Flying Dutchman, getting Just Kidding all the way out of where they want them to be, which is not on their last point, because it only takes a few seconds to cap. As you can see, they already got half the point in those few seconds.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to hold on here for a second. I have some issues going on.
Ooh, OMFG Assassin going for a nice pick on the demo 2, who just literally facing the wall waiting to get picked. He is going for the medic. Medic is trying to get some Uber, getting protected by the NG. And there he goes. No, he dead ringed. Oh, man.
Poor Med is isolated now. He might get taken down, but nobody actually goes and pushes in to try and do it. So thankfully he does. Oh, never mind. There's a scout here throwing the Med back. And he does get taken down. Very nice pick of that scout. So Just Kidding's going to have a lot of trouble here without a Uber to push in on.
Yeah, unless they try a nice flank play, but the sniper for the Flying Dutchman, who is Mitsu, is doing a great job holding this river against the soldier. It looks like Combo will move in onto river and try to push out onto this second point.
Yeah, that heavy definitely has a strong advantage by sitting up top. It looks like a back cap might be going on here. No, he did get taken down, but that was a very nice attempt. Those back caps only take a few seconds, and they can mean the difference.
Looks like Just Kidding will be very aggressive and push in, and the demo does go down, but they were able to push the Flying Dutchman back, and they will be able to cap this point.
Yeah, pretty uncontested at that, too. It looks like Flying Dutchman just might be holding back now, fortifying on last, throwing up a level 3 this time instead of a gunslinger mini-sentry. Scout tries to go in, gets taken down. Does get a demo pick, though. Very nice. So that could mean the difference here. Without those stickies to push Just Kidding back, they might be able to roll in here. They do have the Uber advantage of 50%, so that is pretty significant.
Yeah, Boone doing a good job, Just Kidding's heavy pushing in and spy checking. It looks like they will try a river push this time, and the Uber is popped, and here they go.
The Uber's being flashed right now between the demo and the heavy. Looks like neither are really able to do much. The heavy gets taken down. The demo is not able to take out the sentry. Overall, a very nice hold by Flying Dutchman here.
Yeah, good job by Llama, the bubbling, I'm sorry. Oh, back cap? Back cap? Oh! And the back cap by Assassin. Great job. And let's see this rollout out for the second very close match on CP Gullywash.
For those of you who don't know what a cap is, because I don't think we ever actually explained that, we might have some new viewers here. That cap is when you take the last point without anybody watching because they're tunnel visioned in ahead, and we actually need to switch to the main battle here. Looks like Just Kidding's moving in pretty much as one consistent unit. Same going for Dutchman, though they're kind of spread out a little bit here. Both demos are down, so I don't know. This actually looks like a pretty even mid fight so far. The heavy does
go down, and the NG is just trying to hold choke, and he's doing a good job of preventing that scope with the mini sentry. But it looks like the Flying Dutchman will win this mid, or at least the first mid, because last game there was 3 mid wins, and they definitely did make a difference.
Ooh, it looks like the spy might. No, decloaked right in front of the heavy's face. That was too bad. Thankfully, even though Just Kidding had to fall back, their med survived and was building Uber the entire time. So both teams do now have their full Uber up, and Dutchman probably is going to push in here thinking that Just Kidding doesn't have anything. But little do they know, they're going to be pushed back pretty heavily.
Definitely a good job by both medics just staying alive and holding that Uber.
And
both Ubers are popped. Boone just trying to get the damage out on whoever's not being flashed, and the pyro will go down. And definitely a good defensive Uber by Just Kidding, and it looks like they will push in onto this midpoint to try to win it back. As I stated, there might be many midpoints, and this is a perfect example.
That poor mini sentry trying to hold for the team, and it gets sapped and flacked. It looks like we've got the combo moving up here for Dutchman. They're coming up on the right, and they might catch the other combo off guard. But they do both pull back, so no combo fight going on here.
They unfortunately aren't capping this mid to win it, but they do have the Flying Dutchman pushed back. This would have been the time to cap it, and they still don't. They're pushing it on second, just focused on keeping this team back. The Flying Dutchman does have the Uber advantage by about 20%, which is definitely a good few seconds. But for some reason, they started capping, and here they go. Finally,
yeah.
They call. No, still
and
not.
then they go right back off. I'm not really sure what Just Kidding Scout is doing. He's not losing any health. Maybe he's sitting back in spawn. Here he is finally rolling out of his spawn, coming in a second. So it is his job to cap this, it looks like.
Unfortunately, the blue Uber is popped.
Does not get the cap, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, the blue Uber is popped, and they did hold it very well, but the blue medic does go down, and they now finally cap this point, and now they have a nice strong push. Maybe this is what they were waiting for, into the second point.
Unfortunately, though, Just Kidding can't really move in here. They have quite a few players up, but they're mostly lit. Looks like Dutchman just might give it up, though, and fall back and let him take this point. I assume they're going to try and solidify last, which they are doing now. The sentry is placed a little bit more so that it can actually see those back caps coming this time. And that could mean the difference.
It looks like he is trying to get a level 3 set up, at least a level 2 in some regard, because it is not a mini sentry. There we go, you have a level 2 sentry kind of hiding, making it a bit of a surprise for Just Kidding.
It looks like he's just wrangling the back of that point there. He really does not want another back cap happening, although it doesn't look like Just Kidding is going to try and do that. Their combo's just building up here up top. They do have 97, and they're probably going to roll in here. They have about a 30% Uber advantage.
Here they go. They do have. They medic is going, and the Uber is popped. And here we go.
And they push back Flying Dutchman's combo. They do take down the sentry, and a scout runs onto point. And
exactly what he needs to do, and he gets the point. The spy just, just chilling. He actually might stay alive.
Yeah, he stayed alive. Trying to contest that point. But, yeah, he was not able to contest that. And let's watch this rollout again.
Yeah, definitely very fast rollout by Assassin. For some reason, Just Kidding, well, not for some reason, Just Kidding is unable to win these mid-fights most of the time, just can't keep the pressure up, but they do win it back, which is definitely critical for the rest of the game for their whole team. And once again, Just Kidding does look like they have more the aggressive push. The spy goes for a nice pick on Boone, the heavy for Just Kidding, and the Flying Dutchman looks like they will get some time on point and win this mid-fight. This first mid-fight, rather.
Yeah, this first mid-fight. It looks like Just Kidding almost completely wiped. They only have a pyro up, and he's very lit running away. And he gets taken down. That is a complete wipe now for Just Kidding, which means that Dutchman is going to be able to easily roll in here and take second. And for once, Just Kidding's going to have to actually bucker down on last and hold this.
Yeah, it definitely looks like
Inji, though, is rolling a mini, which isn't going to help them very much. And he's not switching. So this could be pretty interesting. And Flying Dutchman does now have their Uber. It looks like they're going to roll in here on the side. A little bit surprising. Should take him off guard.
So the Uber is popped. The soldier does go in and bomb. Assassin trying to keep that point secure.
Oh my god.
And it looks like they might be able to hold it. Oh man.
Oh, wait.
Oh!
Not able to hold it.
There.
The heavy pulls in from behind and forces everybody back while the spy caps.
That was a really quick round for the Flying Dutchman, and this makes this game 2-1. It makes it a little bit interesting, not a roll for once. This would actually make it our first game that we've ever casted that hasn't been a roll. So GG to the Flying Dutchman, and let's see if they can make this game even closer, bringing it 2-2. But let's see this mid-fight here, going through a little bit.
These games are these two teams are pretty evenly matched. This is a very close game so far, and every little advantage that you get can really mean the difference between the round point or losing the entire season, because this is now single elimination. Dutchman saw that opportunity and they took it. They just pushed in there with all their force and were able to quickly overcome. Unfortunately, though, it looks like they're not really going to be able to do that this time. They're having to fall back. Even though they have more players up, most of them just respawned, and Just Kidding does have the strong hold on mid.
I am interested in what the Flying Dutchman spy can do, because he did survive the spy check, and he's coming in on this medic combo, but unfortunately he tries to use his ambassador. And, oh, he does stay alive using the dead ringer. Oh my god. This spy. Oh, he looks like he does finally go down.
No.
He does go down to the Solly.
Oh, I'm looking at a different spot. My bad.
Yeah, both Ubers are popped in choke. The Pyro just sacrificing himself to waste that Uber, and definitely did a great job and a great defensive Uber once again by Just Kidding.
Yeah, a very noble cause to sacrifice for yourself for an Uber that completely wastes about a minute and a half of one team's full strong push here, because they both have to get that Uber up and push in with it. And because of that, Just Kidding's now actually going to be able to push in here and take over second. pretty uncontested, which I assume that means the Dutchman is building here on last.
Well, they do have
building up another sentry.
Still 3 down for 7 seconds. So, unfortunately, they don't have this Uber, or else they could quickly blitz in. But it looks like we will not be seeing that today. Assassin just peeking in, seeing where their level 3 is. And they did have a level 3, but it does go down.
The level 3 went down at the exact same time that their demo got backstabbed. So, it's going to be very hard for them to hold this point. And that scout is just trying to get in and get some time on that, but he's not able to do so.
Oh my god, Assassin did use the turner once again just to try to evade his death. But definitely doing a good job protecting that point with his team.
Yeah, thankfully though, for Just Kidding, their Uber was actually not popped at all. That was a very soft push, so as long as that med stays alive, they're going to be able to push in here. And that med is kind of just wandering around lost. Now we found his heavy. So they should be able to push in here pretty soon. And the med does go down for Dutchman. That's a little bit late for me to say that, but he is down. So now they're going to be able to push in here with that Uber.
The Uber is popped. Oh my god, Assassin is trying to do stuff, but it looks like... will they? Will they? Oh, I don't know.
No, that spy is contesting that point beautifully.
Oh, there's a spy behind them. Oh,
and he gets taken
and there we go.
That cap throws down.
That makes it 3-1 for Just Kidding.
That Just Kidding heavy. Loving that damage output from the Force A Nature, killing the spy so they can take point.
Let's watch Money's roll out once again. He's going through Big Door, unlike Assassin's going through Choke. But he looks like he's jumping up and still playing passively just as he should. But he does go down to the snipe. Nice snipe by Unnamed. And it looks like the Flying Dutchman will win this mid-fight, though. It definitely looks like they have more of a presence.
Yeah, it appears that Just Kidding got pretty scattered, and they're just fragmented and running around trying to vie for their own lives, rather.
It looks like
the spy almost gets taken down trying to get that med backstab, but he does fall back, and it looks like he's going to try and go for it again, which could mean the difference here. Oh, gets headshot by the sniper. That's a very odd thing to see, but because of that, Dutchman, or Just Kidding, might be able to actually hold this thing. They've got their Uber now. Their heavy's still up. Their med's up. Their demo's up. And it looks like Dutchman's pretty fragmented here on mid.
It looks like Just Kidding is down 2 players, though, so it probably wouldn't be a good idea. And the Flying Dutchman is playing quite aggressively. And 2 more players go down for Just Kidding. It looks like they only can keep 7 up, apparently. But the Flying Dutchman does have an Uber as well as Just Kidding, so it looks like their Ubers will be traded on this choke point as soon as the Flying Dutchman decides to push in.
Yeah, both teams missing their spy, Angie and a scout down, but all the core classes are up right now. So we could see this push, and I think, no, they're going to wait a little bit. And it looks like Just Kidding's getting a little bit impatient here. You just kind of want to peek around that corner and do some damage.
It's never too good to peek because there is that amazing sniper lane that you may not see. It's very slight, and it definitely sucks if you're a medic and get picked via a sort of very sneaky spot, if you will.
And the pop does go down on both teams now. Both teams exchanging their pop. Unfortunately, it looks like the demo got separated from the medic, so he's going to get taken down pretty quickly.
Yeah, and it looks like
Flying Dutchman's med did pull back, so he survived that fight.
Looks like Just Kidding is trying to push in strong through this choke, or at least Boone is. They're heavy. Doesn't want to peek too much without his medic. And it looked like his heavy medic combo versus heavy medic combo. And it looks like Just Kidding will win as he had some very good focus fire on the Flying Dutchman's heavy.
And yeah, Just Kidding is actually not pushing that advantage, which they really, really need to be doing right now. It seems Flying Dutchman has a level 3 up on mid. That's very ballsy, I should say. That's a very aggressive play.
They are trying to push on to the second point, just doing a dry push here, as neither team has Uber. And it looks like it may succeed, but Just Kidding doing a great job defending this point in this open area.
I must say, I gotta call out JK Spyro here, Just Kidding's Pyro. He really knows how to... Oh, never mind, I'll get back to that. Looks like Blue has popped Uber on point. Pretty much a useless Uber, though, not actually defending or pushing in aggressively at all with that. Even though they have now capped points, so Just Kidding's going to have to defend here. But back to
Oh, he's going for the back cap. Oh, but he does go down. Those sticks definitely stopped him at the last moment.
Dutchman knows they have the advantage here. They're just pushing in here with their combo. Not really caring. Med almost gets bombed, but does go around the corner just in time. But the Spy's focusing him down. Might get the no, it does get taken down.
Just Kidding doing a great job defending this point, just spy checking randomly, which is always a good thing to do, and just keeping this team alive. Good job by aimbot healer 420. But there is the cloaked Spy. Let's see if I can see what he's up to. Or did he go down? Oh no, he is below the point. Let's see. But
so is a scout, but I think he's going to get taken down by this heavy here. I'm not really sure why he kept engaging. But that Spy is still looking to make something happen. He does get seen by a scout, and he's going to have to pull back and not get that back cap.
Definitely a good job defending, but the blue Uber is popped once again. Great job building the Uber. Because Just Kidding does not have.
And they need to get somebody up to deny this. They do get their soldier up there.
Oh!
They entirely push on the point.
Oh, and the red Uber is popped. Unfortunately.
What happened?
Well, it looks like they are going to try to just push on second because there is only 3 up for the Flying Dutchman.
I mean, why did Just Kidding's med
pop? Oh! And the back cap was successful.
Whoa.
Oh boy!
I just questioned whether or not that was some kind of exploit or glitch or something. That's one hell of a back cap. That's some karma right there. Just Kidding's face.
Definitely a great job.
Actually, that was the second round.
That was the second round. Yeah.
Not second round. That's the second half. I should now state that we are. I think it's currently best of 9. So whichever team has 5 wins first wins, and right now it's actually 2 and 3. So this is a very close match. And Dutchman definitely won the mid fight here. Just Kidding completely wiping, except for their poor sniper.
It looks like these last few games, rounds rather, Just Kidding just didn't have the defensive push how they did in the first round. This NG just capping his point all alone because both teams are only 2 and 1 up to the flag. 2 for the Flying Dutchman, 1 for Just Kidding. So definitely a very equal push, but with that 2-1, the Flying Dutchman just having that slight advantage.
Yeah, both teams now scattering to chin here on mid/second. Looks like the soldier is hiding, but he does fall back down. He doesn't really want to go for that med pick. Looks like Dutchman might push in here to the left instead of right, which is normal.
Well, both pushes are viable, especially if they push as one. And
I just mean regarding recently what they've been doing.
Yeah, well, the Spy did dead ring, and he definitely felt it. And I forgot he doesn't see the smoke, so looks like he may go for a big pick.
Looks like Just Kidding's pretty fragmented, though. They're all here clustering on this point, but... Oh, maybe Dutchman's a little bit too crowded. They've got the demo bombing in it, and he does force the pop, but Red does have the pop to exchange. And that... Look at... Alright, I gotta go back to this. Spyro is one fantastic pyro. He suicides to juggle the med. He when they were pushing in on last, he threw the med way back almost to second. And just chased him down so he couldn't be any part of a thing. He knows his priorities, I'll just say.
Definitely a good job.
They were able to get that kill.
He was able to push that medic towards the combo, and as soon as the Uber's done, the medic was down, and of course having a medic is definitely better than not having a medic, because those heals are quite important.
Yeah, it looks like Angie has a slight little hold here on second, but it's not going to do much. Dutchman's pushing in here completely from the left. From their left, I should say. And they're not really... Okay, now they are. Now they're pushing in here. Not really any contesting going on. It looks like Just Kidding's just fallen back to last. Their Ingie's down, though, so he's not going to be able to get a very strong setup on last. And a Spy might be back capping here. No, does get taken down by the scout. Looks like both teams just building right now. Dutchman's coming through the side. They do pop on their soldier, it looks like.
Yeah,
Tries to get a bomb. Does force the pop on Red.
Red definitely has... Ooh. Yeah, just
a lot
demolished.
of testing going on for this paint, but unfortunately... Oh, who knows? There's a soldier still... No, does get taken down.
Boone just not stopping to fire, and he has 3 bullets left. Oh, man.
That heavy. Oh! Oh, no, this is
yeah, it's for the right one.
Yeah, I was going to say... Alright, so it looks like Just Kidding is pushing back here on second. They do cap second. That means that their last is now locked. No back capping can happen here. Which looks like Dutchman's just pushing in here on second. They don't really want to give up their hold on mid. And at the same time, they know that Just Kidding's a little bit weak. Even though Just Kidding actually isn't a little bit weak, it pushes back here against Dutchman, pushing them all the way back to mid.
I'd be interested if they try to jump in, but they are getting spammed out at big door, which is where Boone is right now, the Just Kidding's heavy. And it looks like Jufro is going for the med, and Flying Dutchman's med does go down, as well as the demo, and it looks like they will get this midpoint, even with the rankled sentry.
Yeah, losing that med right there, he had quite a bit of Uber charge sitting. He didn't have his Uber, but it was up there. And that's definitely going to be a downside, or a what am I trying to say here?
A disadvantage.
Give an advantage, yeah, a disadvantage for Dutchman.
Yeah,
and
good.
He's going to take advantage of that.
Definitely a very strong push, and they were able to take second from it. But it looks like the Flying Dutchman will just try to rotate maybe all and pile on to second. That is a very viable play. I know I do it a few times, but then again, this is gold, so it may not be as viable as it is in silver. But we will see how this turns out on this last point.
Yeah, yet again, the Angie for Dutchman throwing up a sentry behind that pillar. It finds it a very nice spot to block the back cap. I've seen the spy come up, look behind it, and just stare at that sentry, knowing he can't uncloak and try and get a back cap on it.
Let's see
something Just Kidding needs to learn from.
Oh, wow. Mason using his dead ringer, and he's able to get a headshot.
Chris was popped.
And here we
but it doesn't
go.
matter at all. They popped crits a little bit between second and last, but Just Kidding kind of pushed in there a little bit before them.
Yeah, so it looks like there is half.
In between.
So,
oh yeah, it's half is when one team reaches 4 wins.
Yes.
And the victory is when 5 total wins are met, I think. Let me double check that.
Yeah, this is true, I quite believe. Definitely a very close game. It definitely feels like both teams could win it, but it looks like Just Kidding is just getting that slight advantage. Honestly, near the end there, the Flying Dutchmen were really close to win, but Just Kidding just was able to organize a lot faster and get that push back uncontested and just roll straight through second and on to last.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm just going to read off the actual rules here so we can go over and know what they are.
All right.
It looks like we actually will have a team switch, even though it's kind of ineffective. It doesn't really matter all that much. So Just Kidding now will be playing on blue, and Dutchman will be on red. Well, so the rules are for 5 CP maps. The winning team is the first to score 5 total round wins or the highest score after 2 halves. Halves can end when either the 30-minute time limit is reached or when the cap limit of 4 is reached. So when one team reaches 4 caps or they've been playing for 30 minutes, that's when the half ends, and then we start the next half. And first to 5 wins.
All right, good to know. I do hear the ready up sound, so it looks like they will start shortly. I'm just looking at a bunch of nothing here. I should stop doing that. And let's see what's happening on mid. Not much, really. Anyway, there's the 2 ready up sound, so it looks like we will start in less than 5 seconds, and there we go. So let's see how these teams do on this mid fight. Let's watch Money on his rollout here for the Flying Dutchman. So now the Flying Dutchman is in red, and Just Kidding is in blue. So let's see how this pans out, as Money is already at mid, and Just Kidding looks like they are being very aggressive, contrary to their pop last game, but it looks like both teams are, and wow, Lots of players being traded here, but definitely going Flying Dutchman's way, at least so far.
Yeah, a little bit of harassment going, a couple little duels on the side. The main force, it looks like, has pushed in for Dutchman's favor, and they are able to cap mid here, and I think they'll be rolling on to second pretty soon. Just Kidding is missing most of their players, although a few just respawn now.
Yeah, I definitely would say for the Flying Dutchman, they should try to push onto second a little bit quicker, because when Just Kidding is down that many, they could just stack onto second and easily get it to go against Just Kidding, but that's just my preference. Maybe there's some unknown factor that I can't see from a spectator's point of view.
I think at that point they were actually missing some of their core classes, and that's why they didn't want to push in there. But it looks like they are going to be pushing in here now from the side. But unfortunately, it looks like the med does pop for Just Kidding, and
they will try to push back
really
in this
Uber for Dutchman
thing. But the medic is not actually. The medic was picked. No, he was not picked. Oh, I'm sorry. I was still thinking just the Flying Dutchman was in blue, but that is not the case. And definitely a very strong counter push, dry push even, for the Flying Dutchman. And now they do have Uber to push on to this last point as soon as they cap second.
It looks like they're actually getting a little bit ballsy and forgetting it. They need 3 on point. They just want to run in here quickly and pop this Uber down. I think they are still running stock. Yes, they are still running stock, unlike the crits that we saw last round. And they do pop here in the door, but they're just getting blasted back yet again by Spyro. Beautiful denial.
Oh no.
Looks like a back half was attempted, but whoever was taken down. Probably the spy. And it looks like they're just holding here in lobby. And they might be pushed back to second, actually, where it looks like they're just recuperating.
Definitely a very strong hold by Just Kidding. Unfortunately, I missed a little bit of it because my view model was a little bit glitching out, but that's okay. Don't watch at snipers while they're zoomed in. And the blue Uber is popped into lobby, trying to do some damage here. Definitely a good job being shed. They are not worrying about the mini sentry though, and Boone does go down. So a very strong hold. Oh.
Ooh. This is
2v4, 1v4. Oh.
No,
and here it goes. So what's the score now? Is it 4-3, if I believe?
It is 3-3.
No, it's 4-3. Yeah.
4-3, yeah.
4-3 for sorry, Just Kidding with 4, and I'm so sorry. And Just Kidding, sorry, and the Flying Dutchman with 3.
So, Just Kidding just needs one more win here to secure their victory, and Flying Dutchman only needs 2. This is a very close game. Looks like the spy goes to the med pick, does get called out and taken down by the demo using a loose cannon. I do not usually see that in competitive play, but I guess it could be kind of viable.
Anything is viable, and it looks like the Flying Dutchman will once again win this mid-fight. Oh, no, that just Flack just got Mario. Just Kidding,
actually,
NG.
I feel like I should say the Scottish Resistance is not viable. Usually, I mean, for Flack.
Usually it's not, but
one. Vaccinator's not viable in Highlander.
No.
In Force it's pretty nice, but in Highlander it's not.
Well, Force is very chill compared to everything. But anyway, let's see if, oh my god, Assassin can go for some nice pick plays right here, waiting for...
Oh my god. Spyro yet again juggling that red med and taking him down with the extinguisher, it looks like. Overall, a very nice hold. Even though both Ubers were popped, it definitely did not go in Dutchman's favor.
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed that once again. I'm just a little bit out of it right now, but that's okay. As Just Kidding has capped this midpoint, and they will try to push through choke here with only the heavy and the demo holding it. And basically, most of Just Kidding's team on the other side.
Yeah, both teams just having a little idleness right now. I assume they're both building Uber, which they are doing, even though both teams have almost no Uber at all.
Oh wow, I missed that, but 2 backstabs. But oh my god, Assassin.
Heavy and the
Who is the second guy? Demo? Yes, the Demo. Wow. So 2 major classes being picked, and it looks like they will try to push through. Oh, they are contesting. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Wrong team looking again. And it looks like, Just Kidding will lose mid once again.
Push in on mid. And Just Kidding's going to have to fall back here to second. They don't have an Uber yet, although they will have one soon. I think both teams are pretty much going to have it at the same time. It's not actually going to matter that much.
Yep. They do have. I wonder if they're going to try to push in onto this point as they are clumped up. Oh, and the crits are popped. Oh! And here they go, but the med goes down pretty much instantaneously.
Yeah, which sucks. He dropped there.
Oh,
I was actually not looking to see the Dutchman was running crits. That's a big surprise, and I think it was a pretty big surprise there for Just Kidding too. Unfortunately, they don't have their med. I mean, now they do. Now they have their med, but they're not really going to have that strong of a defense here on last. Looks like an Inji's going up from behind, and he's going to try and get a back cap, but has to fall back.
Yeah, Boone doing a good job defending this last point once again.
The med is trapped underneath the point. Anybody right now could fall down and capitalize on this. That Heavy doesn't even know that if he fell down, he can get the biggest pick in the game.
Now, it looks like it was a medic and an NG, and they will try to...
And the soldier now.
Push through below.
Are you delayed?
No, I'm just pointing things a little bit slow, I suppose.
Oh, okay. The NG does get taken down, though. They find out how strong of a hold was going on down there. But at the same time, it looks like... No, never mind. They are falling back. Dutchman has lost most of their team, including their med. I didn't even notice him go down.
Just Kidding is so going up.
Fall back to second.
We're forgetting a little bit of things here. Let's kind of focus again. But looks like Just Kidding should try to push out with this Uber as soon as they have, or maybe not pop it necessarily, but at least they have it. They do have it now, so let's see if they do pop the Uber, and it is popped.
The head goes down while they pop Uber, so this is going to be a very strong push by them. Taking down that sniper, I guess, didn't really matter all that much. Scout coming in here trying to take down the med, but does get focused down.
Almost excessively popped, if you will, as it looked like it wasn't really needed that much. He is for the medic is looking for the sandwich, and he does get it. So it looks like trying to bomb in, just got denied. Let's see if Just Kidding can recuperate here and push on this midpoint again and finish this game, or if the Flying Dutchman can push back into this Just Kidding team to win it all, or sorry, to tie it up and have the chance to win it all once again.
So Just Kidding here, getting a very, very strong push on mid. Just leaving their sniper and scout to cap, which is all you need. You only need the ×3. I assume. Right?
Not for points. That's for
not
cart.
caps. Oh, what is it? What's the max?
There's no max. You could have every single person on cart,
max.
and it
okay.
will cap faster. But the blue Uber is popped to push onto this point, and Just Kidding will try to get this point.
At the same time, the Uber was a backstab.
There's a spy. There's a spy. He's going for the med.
Oh.
He's going for the med.
Nobody. He gets healed.
Oh, he gets the med and the Mevy. Oh. Jeez.
Man, see, everything can turn the tide of this game, and because of that one pick, Dutchman's now going to be able to definitely hold this point. I highly doubt they're not going to be able to. And they're probably going to be able to push back in here to second. They're still in this.
Yeah,
it was a very beautiful lineup. You don't tend to see that in high league competitive play.
Oh yeah, no one was spy checking there. Everyone was expecting the spy to be, not there. But that's exactly what you want as the spy and don't want as the opposing team. And it looks like the medic is back up now, but he is at the 10% disadvantage.
He's rolling crits also. So he's actually going to get that before Dutchman does, even though he has less percentage now.
Yeah, they are passing right now, and they are... Oh, he's not healing anyone. That's not good.
I think that's actually a very strong and viable idea, because that way they still have an Uber here to counteract Dutchman's. Although it's a crit, so it's obviously not as great, and the Medigan completely nullifies it, they still have something here rather than being back when they have like 50%.
I think they're going to try to push in first, or he's going to try to back out, try to maybe even give the mid, and then come back.
Oh, wait, this demo might get it right here for the Sickies. They do pop.
Oh, he does force.
Oh, Spyro juggling the med and not letting them through. So it looks like their Uber might actually be pretty effective.
Yeah, so he did back out exactly as I predicted. And The pyro does go down for the Flying Dutchman. And let's see if the crits is popped. Oh, the crits were popped.
Crits were popped. We missed it, and I don't think there were any good picks from it.
Yeah, only that looks like it was a pyro at the time, if that was when the quits were popped, unfortunately. No real big play that was viable. It looks like they will just try to soft push onto the second point, and it looks like they will have it. Huh!
And the heavy does go down after a lot of flat going back.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Is
Demo just giving it one
second.
more.
And even though they got picked earlier, they do want to remind you they are still in this game.
Yeah, those stickies getting one person. Spyro goes down. Just getting Spyro 2 monies stickies for the Flying Dutchman. And they're kind of tentative to push in because there are still 2 stickies there. Sniper missed them. Oh my god. There we go. So they are pushing in through up top. And it looks like...
And they do have crits. Oh, but the spy's coming behind. And
oh boy.
Does his dead ringer, but he's waiting. He doesn't.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
This could be it, and it doesn't matter.
Oh, medic does go down, and so does the spy. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, the spy went down too to a rocket, I think it was.
Oh
some flak afterward because there's no. Actually, there is a health pack up there. I don't know why he didn't take it because he didn't.
Oh, the quick fix is popped. Ha! And it looks like they will just try to rotate. Through below and just back cap on them, and let's see what happens.
Oh, it looks like everybody buckles down on point, but they're getting taken down.
Oh,
and the point is
there they go. So Just Kidding makes the game, but that was a very close game, making it 5-3. A great game overall. I'm just sticking GG in chat because it was very close. And that was pretty intense. Wow. Great job by just going over some highlights. Great job by Just Kidding's Heavy defending that last point multiple times, just not stopping fire, not stopping to fire, and having only a few bullets left. 3 was the record for today's game. For that last point, a great job by Just Kidding Spy, or sorry, Pie. Oh my God, Pyro. His name's Spyro. Doing a great job, just wasting those Ubers and pushing the medic towards the team, which you wouldn't normally expect, as the Flying Dutchman obviously weren't, or Spyro was just that good at manipulating him, which I believe that may be the case as well. On the Flying Dutchman side, great job by their Spy OMFG assassin, just getting those med picks and combo picks just like mad, and like it was nothing.
He didn't actually get that many. He continually was being shut down by Spyro. He did not give up, and he got that pick right when it mattered there at the end, even though his team wasn't able to hold afterward.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Delayed that push.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He might have not got the most picks. I can't check sizzling stats, unfortunately, as a spectator, but he definitely was able to get it when it counted, and there is no better place to get it when it does count. But unfortunately,
the common misconception of skill in TF2 is the most points, but believe it or not, the most frags actually does not matter. It's about how you use those frags and when you get those points, whether or not it actually matters. And that Spy was definitely credit to team that day.
A very big credit at that. But a good game overall for Just Kidding and the Flying Dutchman.
So it looks like Flying Dutchman will, unfortunately and sadly, be eliminated from UGC Gold Season 14, I think we're in now, in Highlander. But Just Kidding will go on to the semifinals next week, and that should be another very interesting and very close match.
Yeah, it definitely will. I'm just going to put up our schedule right here. So tomorrow we will stream some ESEA. Not sure who. If you are, we do have some people in mind, of course, but nothing officially scheduled. If you are interested in us broadcasting for you, feel free to join our Steam group, which is below, and send us a shout. On Wednesday, we will have some UGC 6s coming up at 9:30 and 11. And on Thursday, we will stream some CEVO 6s as well. Tuesday to Thursday will normally be 6s unless the finals are held on another day other than Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the respective games. This Friday, we will have some UGC 4v4. Definitely something different and new. I definitely recommend you check it out, as not many people know about it, but it definitely is very exciting to watch. Basically, when you're a man down, you're 25% of the team down, so that's a pretty big percentage. So it definitely comes for some close games.
Yeah, I don't really have much more to say here. Should be some very interesting matches coming up, and this was a very interesting match tonight. Good job, both teams.
Good job indeed. Anyway, that concludes today's Caber Camp cast at 9:30. Highlander Gold, just kidding, taking the win over the Flying Dutchman. Good game to all once again, and see you tomorrow.